Hello guys, so today we're actually going to be multiplying rational expressions. And this is going to be the super easiest level, so it's going to be a level 1. So the 3 steps that we're going to follow are pretty easy. So we're going to do a big fraction. I know it sounds silly because you're probably like, what do you mean by big fraction? But I'll talk about it in a bit. Then we're going to go ahead and factor top and bottom. We've been doing that for weeks. And finally, we're going to just simplify at the end. Okay, so it's 3 simple things. So we're going to do a big fraction, factor, and then simplify into just simplify. All right, let's go ahead and do number 1. So let's do a big fraction. And by you mean, you probably like, what do you mean big fraction? So you notice that we have a little multiplication sign right here. Now we're going to get rid of that. And the easiest way to get rid of that is that we're going to go ahead and write over it. So I'm going to do a big fraction. So this whole thing is going to turn into a giant fraction. And the reason why I can do that is because whenever you multiply fractions, you multiply top with the top and the bottom with the bottom. So I'm just going to put multiplication signs there. All right, that's basically what we're doing. We're just multiplying those two. Now that we did our big fraction, we're going to go ahead and break them down. Now, you don't always have to do this. You can actually simplify at the end if you want to. I'm going to do it with this one and the next one just so you guys can see like what way you can do it, just to kind of simplify your answers before you even multiply them. And let's say you don't have a calculator, so this is probably the best way to do it if you do not have a calculator at all. So we're going to break down we're going to find factors of the stuff that we have. So let's start with the y. Y squared can be changed into y and y. 9 can be changed into 3 and 3. And finally, 10 can be changed into 2 and 5. There, I'm done factoring everything out. All I need to do now is just go ahead and write my fractions. So just like we did before, I'm going to write everything on the top. Okay, so I have 5 times y times y. As you see, I factored everything, meaning I expanded. And now we have times 3 times 3 times x. Okay, pretty easy, right? It's the same thing. I just expanded it. Now let's do the bottom one. It's going to be 3 times 2 times 5 times y. Okay, we got the bottom now. At this point, I'm just going to see what's similar on the top and what's similar on the bottom, and I'm just going to start canceling stuff out. So for example, I know I have a 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. So those two cancel out. I have a y on the top and I have a y on the bottom. Those two cancel out. And what else? I have a 3 on the top and I have a 3 down here. Now, anything else left on my fraction is going to be my answer. So whatever's on the top is going to be my top part of the fraction. Whatever's on the bottom is going to be whatever's going to be part of my fraction on the bottom. So let's just write our answer. For this one, it's just going to be, let me put the number first. So it's going to be 3. And then it's going to be x and then y. And in the bottom, I just have 2. So my answer is 3xy over 2. And that is it. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. This is my answer right here. Now let's go ahead and do another problem, and then let's call it a day. So let's go ahead and find all our factors. Now 9, I'm going to leave it like that, and you're going to see y right now. I'm not going to change 9, but I'm going to change this one to y. Why? Now 32, I'm going to change it to 8 and 4. And 27, I'm going to change it to 3 and 9. As you can probably see, I factored those out specifically with those numbers because I'm going to be able to cancel some things on the top and some things on the bottom. So let's write everything that we have on top. We have 9. Oh, I forgot to do my big fraction. Sorry. So big fraction. Now this is multiplying with this. And now let's write everything that we have. I'm going to write all my numbers first and then my letters. So 9 times 8 times 4 times y times x. Now on the bottom, I'm just going to have 8 times 3 times 9 times y. Okay, we just need to cancel things. So let's go ahead and do that. So the 9 is going to cancel out with a 9. The 8 is going to cancel with the 8. The y here is going to cancel with this y. Everything else is my answer. So let's write it out. So it's got to be 4 y x over 3. That is my answer. So that is the video. Thank you guys for watching.